Welcome to Eventful Acres, a beautiful venue here in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains in Northern California. We're here to see a vintage tractor rally called Tractor Days at Eventful Acres. Eventful Acres is the private home of Rod and Karen Hiskin, and it's set up as a horse park where people can come and practice the equestrian sport of eventing, which basically has three phases: dressage and stadium jumping, which require arena space, and cross-country, which requires a lot of acreage so that horses can go galloping across country, jumping all kinds of ditches, fences, logs, and going through water. Well, there's 35 acres here, so there's plenty of room for that. And those features also make it a great venue for a vintage tractor rally. As you may know, a lot of rallies are basically a static display. Here, there's certainly that, but also you get the opportunity to compete in various games devised by Rod, and we're going to see some of those later on. So let's head on in and see what we can find. Well, I guess this is a traction engine, steam powered. Very impressive. It's not built for speed, but boy is it tough. Well, here we are at part of the static display. The extent of my tractor knowledge is that the red ones tend to be Farmalls and the green ones tend to be John Deeres, and that's about it. Although I can tell you that this little job here is a Ford, and it looks to me like a sports car tractor. Maybe it's built for freeways. I bet you didn't know that John Deere made a Peter Dotter tractor. Boy, they're having a good time. Okay, here we have an unusual Farmall. I'm saying it's unusual to me because the engine is obviously off to one side, and I have here the owner, Walt. Walt, can you tell us why the tractor's built that way?
Well, with the driver setting off to the side of the tractor itself,
yeah.
The operator can see the ground and the cultivators. And this tractor is used mainly for cultivating in small farms.
So does that mean it has attachments at the front as well as the back? Or?
Yes, it does. It has cultivators that go underneath the center on the end.
Where's the drive takeoff for that?
It's on the back here, just behind the transmission.
Yeah? Cool. Yeah. How long have you owned this tractor?
I've had it about 7 or 8 years now.
And you work it, or you just basically show it?
Actually, it's my wife's tractor.
Oh yeah?
I had to buy her one to keep myself out of trouble.
Cool, well, that's great. Thanks for talking to us, Walt.
You betcha.
Now here's an interesting scene. It kind of reminds me of pictures of the French Revolution where cartloads of people were taken off to the guillotine. Only it's pulled by a tractor, John Deere in this case, and not horses. But somehow I think the ending's going to be a happy one in this case. Everywhere you look, there are people having fun. There's a big kid having a great time. Now here's a big line of tractors. They're lined up because they're going to go on one of the parades where they all drive out off the property onto the public roads, and they do a kind of loop and then come back, which is a fun thing to do with your tractor. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, although we have had a pretty wet spring, as the evidence shows. But it's made it very green, and here's this beautiful property where people can come and ride their horses. Now, if you were here competing on horseback, can you imagine a more beautiful fence to jump through than that one? Okay, it looks like the parade has started, led by Rod, with a cart full of smiling faces. Just look at that. You don't have to be a tractor geek to enjoy this. It's a great day out. some of these tractors really are in beautiful condition. And here comes one driven by a young girl. Must have power steering. This tractor looks like it's lost a wheel, but it's still going. Okay, it's just a joke. I know, it's a bad one. You've probably heard it 500 times. Okay, well, we'll pick these guys up when they come back from their little trip. Some of these tractors are in such good condition, you'd think they'd be worried about getting them muddy, but it's too much fun. Now, isn't that a pretty sight? Lots of women drivers today. Just look at the wide track on this one. He barely fits through the creek. And even if you've got a faux hawk, you can still drive one of these. I love the backhoe rig on this one. It's just like something made from a toy kit.